So I'm Csaba from FBK CreateNet. It's a research center in Italy. And we are working on Agile, which in Eclipse terms, it will be called Eclipse Agail because of an issue with the name. What you have to know about it, so it's in the gateway cluster, like smart home and also Kura. And we are building a language-agnostic, modular, and open hardware software stack for the IoT gateway. It's a European project, so it's again a bit different context from some of the other projects. And among the partners of the project, you see IoT and you see Eclipse. So we are in a strange situation where Eclipse is our partner and also the contrary. Okay, so quickly about the Agile stack, about the interesting parts. We are also building hardware in Agile. So we are building a gateway for more industrial uses, and we are building hardware for what we call our makers version of the gateway, for which we are building a shield, which I hope other projects might also be interested in using. And we are building a full stack. So we have hardware, and we are working also on operating system. We are working on operating system where one of our partners, Resin, is building an operating system which especially focuses on the way we deploy things on the gateway, and it gives us support for a wide range of IoT gateway hardware platforms. The whole system is based on Docker-based containerization on the gateway itself, which has its costs. We are working on reducing these costs. And then we have our gateway software stack, which is built of a bunch of low-level components, connectivity, things management, data, security, apps, and recommendation engine, which exposes its REST API. And then we have our user interfaces. And we have an embedded development UI based on Node.z, which is, again, a particular peculiarity of the project. Then, yeah. So, and then we have it's our own development environment deployed on the gateway based on Node.z. OK, and then cloud connectors. This is the stack in a fast version. I have a long side of features. I might skip this, but I can't. So actually, we have, as I said, we are going Docker-based. So we have a stack which deploys using Docker and Docker Compose. And we support x86-based devices, and we support ARM-based devices. Our stack is modularized using Docker microservices. We build up everything with separate repos for each module. These are automatically compiled into Docker images with service CI and then deployed on the gateway using Docker Compose. We have components written in different languages, which was an important proof of concept for us that the framework is working. And then we have our interoperability framework with things and with protocols. And on this, I hope we can collaborate with the other projects. Some other components and some planned features like fleet management for gateways and an application framework to deploy applications on the gateway itself. I have to be really fast, so challenges. It's an EU project, which has its good. We have funding, we can have open calls, we have an open call open for distributing money, and bad things. It's lots of distraction from the actual work that we are doing in the development of the software stack. We are bringing the project under Eclipse now. We did lots of the steps. We still have some issues to solve. One partner has some problems with EPL, and there is this deep learning curve of doing all the processes, but I think we are now fine with that. And then other challenges are the development workflow for such an environment. This kind of distributed Docker-based environment for the gateway is not an easy development workflow. We are working on simplifying that a lot. So we have lots of repositories. We have the compose file. We have SD images. We have the Docker images. How to work on that as a developer is something we are working on. We are working on device connectivity. We have implemented protocol support for a bunch of protocols, but we are still discussing and aligning these under a common API because they are protocols on different levels. We also said in the project that we will integrate with Kura, and we are working with the Kura guys on integrating their industrial protocols under Agile. And then a challenge is noseband connectivity, where we are currently exposing a REST API plus JavaScript SDK plus a development UI, but we could expose much more. Okay, we are at 0.3.0, which we released. We were under EU review just now, which we passed, and that was 0.3.0, but we still have lots of work to do. More documentation, better protocol integration, cooler integration that we have to do in the projects that we want to do, and then improvements of the developer workflow. And finally, the concept of having a gateway, which is a multi-application gateway on which you can deploy applications and know that workflows with ease. You can do it, but the ease is really missing from this point. Okay, I hope I was fast enough. As you can see, it's a gateway. It's a gateway different from the gateways that you can find currently under the Eclipse umbrella. And we are looking for collaborations with the other projects, especially with Kai, and Kai.
Any questions for Sam?
Thank you. Yeah. The Kai was the same.
I have seen it at several points, integration with Kura. I don't really understand what that means. To me, it looks like an alternative to Kura.
Yeah, this was actually something we put in the project proposal, and then we were discussing it for 18 months now. So we have some plans what it means. It means that we deploy also Kura as a container on the device, and we try to expose Kura to developers who are using the Agile development framework as a service, and we try to do the reverse, so that depending on which community you are coming from, you can reuse components from the others, and you can work in your own environment.
So in that case, Kura will be deployed as a Docker image or running as a Docker container on such an Agile.
Yeah, Kura would be a part of Agile. I suppose they are not offended. No, so Kura would be integrated in that sense. Yeah. Yes, please.
You showed Resin OS. I didn't
Yeah.
get that, what you said there.
Yeah, so Resin is a part of the consortium, and we use Resin OS. So we use Docker containers. We use Compose. It's running basically on everything Linux, which in the cloud is easy. On the gateway platforms, it's not that easy. So Resin is doing a specific OS for these devices, which is a Yocto-based distribution, basically, which specifically aims these devices, and it's a lean layer and just a Docker on top of it.
Last question.
Yeah.
That means this is not only software, this is also hardware, it's also not a little bit not visible because you showed all the layers, but what is it actually? Because if you, like the colleague said, it sounds like it's an alternative to Kura at the moment.
Okay, so the project itself is hardware, software ecosystem. So in the project we have also pilot partners who are developing their pilots based on this. So if I look at the whole project, if you look at the stack, we have a software stack which is Dockerized, and in many sense it's an alternative to Kura. You can use it as an alternative to Kura, but that's not our aim. Our aim is to produce something which is enhancing the ecosystem in which Kura is itself.
Okay, so so Sabbath, you're gonna be around?
Yeah, today and tomorrow. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So lots of opportunity to follow up with Sabbath. David, are you still good to go before lunch? Yeah. So we're gonna do one more.